Welcome to the show tonight. We have a great show ahead of us with special guest Pinhead Gunpowder. But more importantly, we have a legend, you could say, of biblical proportions. Please welcome Joseph, son of Jacob. So, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
It's great to have you. I must ask about that coat.
Oh, this? It's actually Gucci. It's great. Just kidding, it's from my dad.
Oh, he gave that to you?
Yep.
Speaking of your dad, tell me about your family.
Oh, wow. Well, I have a really big family. You know, I have 12 half-brothers.
Wow.
And a full sister, actually. They're crazy. I mean, everybody knows I got sold into slavery.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Start off, they threw me in a hole. I mean, what is that?
That's horrible.
And they ripped my coat off me, and then they killed a lamb. I mean, that's just unnecessary. And they put the blood all over the coat, and they showed it to my dad, and my dad thought I was dead. It was just not a good time. And, you know, I ended up in Egypt as a slave, and worked my way up.
Yeah, I heard Egypt. You just got back from there. How was that trip?
It's great.
It was great? All right. When we come back after this commercial break, we'll tell you more about his trip to Egypt and his return. Your adventure starts at Pure, Michigan. As I said before the break, welcome back. We were going to talk more about his events in Egypt. So, how did that all start?
Well, I was on the slave trade caravan to Egypt, and I got sold to Potiphar's household. And I did a great job there, to say so myself. I worked my way all the way up to head all of the slaves. But then me and Potiphar's wife had a misunderstanding, and Potiphar had me thrown in jail. It wasn't as bad as you might think, though.
Okay, so how did that go in jail?
Well, I met two guys. They were former servants of the Pharaoh, a baker and a cupbearer. And they had dreams, and they asked me to interpret them. And the baker's dream said that he was going to be executed, and unfortunately he was. But the cupbearer was going to be freed and go back to Pharaoh's house. So I asked him to speak of me, and he said he would. And then many months went by before he remembered, because the Pharaoh started having dreams. And so he remembered me, and he told Pharaoh, and Pharaoh got me out of jail, and I predicted his dreams, and we basically saved Egypt from famine, because we saved up enough grain to last us through the 7 years of famine. So he promoted me to the position of vizier.
Is that where you got that ring?
Yes, this is a signet ring.
Why don't you go ahead and show the audience?
Okay.
Okay, so
I mean, signet ring, so I used it to stamp letters, you know, when he wasn't there to sign it. So,
okay.
Yes.
So you played a huge part in saving Egypt from famine.
Yes.
Which has been all over the news.
Oh yeah.
And recently just ended.
Mhm.
That's great. I've heard that you had some run-ins with your family after you became vizier.
Oh yeah. So as I was vizier, and during the famine, my brothers who were in the neighboring country, they had to come over to get some food to feed themselves, and they did not recognize me, which I don't blame them. And I sent them away and told them to bring the youngest brother who had sort of replaced me after I was sold into slavery, and they did. And there was a bunch of complications, and I played some tricks I probably shouldn't have played on family, but in the end, we all forgave each other, lots of hugs and crying and kisses and all that. It was great. It was great to be back with my family.
How did that all work out? It seemed like that'd be pretty difficult to forgive your brothers after what they did to you.
Oh, I won't lie, it was very difficult, and I was very bitter for a long time, but family is family, and they're all you have sometimes.
That's great. Last topic we have before the musical performance is I heard you have a new movie coming out.
Oh yes, I'm wearing my pen, Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. It's sort of a musical, all about me. I'm not actually in the movie. I'm played by Donny Osmond, great singer, great actor, and it's a great show. It's just a bunch of songs about my life. I was very honored they decided to do that. I've just been sort of an advisor on the set. So
that's great. Well, thank you for coming on the show and sharing your story.
Thank you for having me very much.
And after this commercial break, we have the prolonged performance by Pinhead Gunpowder.
Me and the other members of the Michigan basketball team always drink Diet Dr. Pepper before every game. Just look at my buddy, Trey Burke, over here. Drink Dr. Pepper.
And now, with their self-titled debut album, Pinhead Gunpowder, Pinhead Gunpowder! That's the end of our show. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.